A victory here at Blue Valley Northwest High School. I'm standing here with Andrew Babalola. He's a lot bigger than I am. What does it feel like, 3 weeks in now? Obviously a big test coming, but just on the heels of this one, how do you feel like you and the guys have performed through 3 weeks?
I feel like the first week, we got the job done, but, we didn't play to our standard. Week 2 versus Aquinas, we didn't play that at all. I'm going to be honest. We had lots to clean up. Tonight was a big stepping stone for us. In the second half, we did, step off the gas a little bit, but tonight was a huge stepping stone. It showed a glimpse of what our team can be, and I'm very proud of us for that.
How far do you feel like you've come from this time last year to where you are right now as a football player, specifically an offensive tackle?
I feel like I've grown a lot, really. Just the maturity, really just me knowing what I'm doing, and just developing confidence, Those are the two biggest things I'd say, just my maturity and just developing confidence in what I do.
And we've seen you a little bit in the weight room, saw you with Coach Gomez training in the off season. Are there any things in particular that you're still really pinpointing, trying to get better at as an offensive lineman?
My pass protection for sure. I'm getting my kick slide down, not turning my shoulders, open the gate too quick, but really just sticking onto that man, and really just have magnet hand. That's what a lot of people like to call it. And so, yeah, that's what I'm working on.
How has it felt? Have you had to get used to being kind of a targeted guy? Everybody knows your recruiting ranking. Obviously, your size alone, when you step on the field, everybody has their eyes on you. How do you learn to deal with that and play with that kind of that ranking and that rating?
I'm just blessed to be around a really good support system. My coaches, my teachers, my teammates, they all keep me level-headed. They all keep me grounded. And at the end of the day, I just gotta remember that it's a blessing. You know what I mean? What I have, it's a privilege, and so I'm just thankful for it all. Really.
Several new offers have come in here in the last couple weeks. Give the fans maybe an idea. Are there any others that have been in contact with you a bunch, might be kind of close to pulling the trigger perhaps?
Really the schools that have been in contact with me haven't offered yet. I'm talking to most are Alabama, Oklahoma, Oregon, Cincinnati, and that's probably what I say right now.
So a handful of schools will probably be looking for that mid-season tape here coming soon, right?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Well, let's talk about some of the offers you do have, and I want to talk obviously about Kansas State, a school that you were just out to see their game against SEMO, correct?
Yes, sir.
The season opener. What compelled you to go out there for week 1 to be part of the Wildcats game day, and what do you like so far about what you're hearing from that staff?
It's really just the love from the staff, you know what I mean? They've shown they just showed that they want me, you know what I mean? They've made it clear time and time after again I'm a priority for them. And that's just really big for me, and getting to see the game versus SEMO, it really just, it really just showed, again, how much they wanted me, the atmosphere there was electric, and they're a top school of mine, they're all for sure.
And then last week it was Iowa State and Iowa. What kind of impressions did you take away from that game and being in Ames?
The biggest thing I said was, Iowa State lost, but the biggest thing I say was, on the sideline, even they're losing, their fans weren't out of it. The coaches, the players, no one was pouting, no one was throwing a fit. You know what I mean? They fought to the very end, even on that drive where, they were down by 7 and they were trying to go score a touchdown, I'd probably just say, really, they didn't give up. You know what I mean?
Sure.
They never let the score get to them, anything like that, and they just kept playing hard.
Any other visits that you have kind of penciled in coming up that are on the calendar?
I'm going to KU on the 7th of October, and then immediately after that, I'm going to be at Washington for the Oregon game, and then early in November, I'm going to try to get to Ole Miss.
Gotcha. When you start thinking beyond football too, I know academics are going to be a big part of your decision. Give the fans out there kind of an idea of the major that you might be looking into and just how important the academic side of things is going to be when you really start to look in and do your research and take official visits and all that good stuff.
Really my major is really around 2 things, business and kind of on the medical side, and I'm really interested in being a physical therapist. And academics are a huge thing for me. They've always been, me and my parents, we just really instilled the fact that, football's not forever. You know what I mean? I pray that I go to the NFL, but if I don't, I have to have a backup plan. You know what I mean? I have to have something that I can fall back on. And it's a blessing that all of these schools, they really have it so that even if you go to the NFL, you're going to be good after school, you're going to be good after you play, and so that's really big for me.
Now you've obviously played with guys on the basketball court that have been recruited, so you've watched them go through this process. Yeah. You've watched Gavin Hoffman go through this process and the guys that have come before you at Blue Valley Northwest and Pembroke for that matter. What kind of timeline do you see for yourself? How far do you want to take things? Do you have an idea of maybe when you want to make some cuts? Walk us through maybe your thought process so far, obviously subject to change.
Yeah. So my recruiting terms are open. You know what I mean? I'm open to any and every school to recruit me. For my decision, I'd probably say that I want to get it done before the summer. So kind of towards the end of my junior year. But again, like I said, my recruiting terms are open. I'm open to any school.